88 gang.
Hit back.
AYB, let pipe him up, bro.
Let's go big. 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 I got hop in a car with no roof. I got hop in a car with no roof. Let's go big. 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 Let's go big.
Floyd Mayweather got into it bad with Devin Haney's father, who says that his undefeated 50-0 record is straight garbage. Tyron, what do you think about that?
I mean, I don't get emotional unless there's a little bit of truth in there. Everybody can't say the same thing and it be 100% false.
So here's what happened. Devin Haney obviously got beat up by Ryan Garcia last weekend, and people started talking about Devin Haney and the fact that there's these rumors that he had gotten into a sparring session with Floyd Mayweather in the gym one time and like basically put the hands on Floyd Mayweather, like beat him up pretty good in the gym. So Floyd Mayweather and Devin Haney's father, Bill Haney, got into it on Instagram Live. And it kind of sounds like when you watch this, it sounds like Floyd admits that that happened, but then says it doesn't matter what happens in the gym. What only matters is what happens under the light. Take a look.
You need some help with your son?
Have I ever needed your help for anything?
You need some help with your son?
For some help?
You need some help the other motherfucking night? You need some help the other night?
Oh, nigga, listen, your son need help tonight, not the other night.
You need some help with
your son needs help tonight, you fool-ass earth man. Listen, my son needs me today, tomorrow, and every day.
And guess what?
So does yours.
If he need me, I'm gonna be there for him. No, if he need me, I'm gonna be there for him.
No, you was just popping slick, and I popped back at you crazy.
Hey, can I be real with you? The best part about the whole live deal was when Bill said no, and he laughed. But basically, because it's like this. Money, fame, fortune, women, cars, everything that you can kind of glorify. And I feel like when we're looking at our social media and what we are actually into, right? Like I keep telling you, clout is the most addictive drug out here. And I won't say what it's called because, you know, we coining that little phrase I got, so we don't want to get the people too much. But I feel like when you start boasting about I did this and I got this and I have this, when somebody is not flattered by that, and they basically crush it. What he's saying is that my name and my respect, and I'm here for my son no matter what. And your kids are out here X, Y, and Z, and you're not here. Now, I don't know about it. I don't know about Floyd's kids. I don't speak on people's kids. That's a rule to me because if you speak on my kids, it's up. I don't deal with that. So I stay out of that. But taking out what Bill said, and if it has any merit or any fact, and taking out what Floyd said, if it's true or not true, basically the principles that they talking about is, I got this flashy record, I got this money, I got these cars, I'm this person, and this person's like, I don't give a care who you are. Who are you as a person? Who are you taking care of? Who are you to look up to? Who are you to provide the freedom to choose that your kids can be boss and entrepreneurs? What are you doing in that category? I don't care about your money. I don't care about your cars. I don't care about your 50 and a record. Whether that's true or not, I feel like you were remembered a lot longer by who you are as a person. You're remembered a lot longer by what you do for people when they come around you, the type of connection they feel towards you, the God they feel in you. That's what you're going to be remembered by. You're not taking none of that stuff. I was going to say S, but I'm not giving you $50 I'm not putting $50 in the jar. None of that crap, none of that S, none of that, whatever you want to call is going to go with you. So I don't know what they smoke is and what they beef is, but it was a clear acknowledgement that Devin Haney got the better of Floyd in the sparring round. Otherwise, he would have never said, if your son wanted to be undefeated in the gym, that's fine, but I'm undefeated here. That's basically indirectly admitting that.
So let me ask you a question. As a 5-time UFC world champion, one of the greatest welterweight fighters of all time, my question is this to you, right? Because you hear a lot when fighters talk trash to each other. It's like, oh, I got you in the gym once. I got you in a sparring session once. To the general fan, right? Not the hardcore combat sports fan, but the general, right, casual fan. People say, who cares about a sparring session? But it seems to mean a lot to fighters. Like, hey, there was a sparring session once and I got you and I beat you up. Does it really matter? As a former champion, does it matter?
The only reason why it matters in this situation to me, it's been times where I'm a better fighter in the gym than I am in the octagon. It's times where you think that you saw the most magical Tyron and he's so powerful, so explosive. But my coaches and my training partners, I know I'm I'm capable of so much more, actually. I'm way more powerful, way more well-rounded. I got way more skills and tools. I got to live with that. The fact that sometimes I go out there, you don't see the best version of me, and it's a lot more. That's something I got to live with. But when you have an atmosphere, when you go into what they call the dog pound or the Shark Tank or whatever that is they call it, when you go to the Floyd Mayweather gym in Las Vegas, it's hundreds of people in the gym. They all talking trash. They all videotaping. They all trying to knock each other out. And they all flaunting and they all like doing showman stuff. When you go into that gym, if you can manage to get the better of Floyd Mayweather in that gym, that is not the same as winning a fight. But it holds a lot of weight. So at the end of the day, you got to acknowledge the fact that if he actually, because think about this, if Floyd Mayweather got the better of him, just like when you see the FaZe Clan guy that, in my opinion, held his own, he did well for somebody that wasn't a pro boxer. He got popped with some jabs, but Floyd was quick to post that. Floyd was quick to post when he was taunting the kid and talking to him. But what I saw in that kid kept coming forward. He was throwing punches. Now, Floyd's one of the, I'm not going to say the greatest because I feel like the greatest is Muhammad Ali. And I feel like under that to me is Sugar Ray Leonard. And after that is Mike Tyson. I feel like it's what you do in and out of the ring that make you the greatest. So I feel like Floyd is one of the best fighters that we have seen. One of the, right? And it's up to you to put him as top or bottom. But you fighting somebody like that where he probably has the best or top 3 best defense. For this kid to even land one punch was kind of a victory for him.
Yeah, here's what I'm going to say, and you're going to tell me I'm an idiot, and that's okay. Bill Haney, it doesn't matter if your kid is first team all practice. It doesn't matter because people aren't paying you money. You're not a professional to win at practice. Like Allen Iverson said, we're talking about practice when you're talking about sparring. It matters.
I disagree.
What matters is what happens when you step on the big stage under the lights. People are paying, when there's money on the line, when there's belts on the line, that's what matters. And every single time that Floyd Mayweather stepped into the ring, he rose to the occasion, he won. Devin Haney is coming off what I think is a pretty embarrassing loss to Ryan Garcia, a fight that he was supposed to win. He was a massive favorite in that fight, and he crapped the bed big time. Yeah, he's trying to save face, but I mean, it doesn't matter that I lost to Ryan Garcia. I beat Floyd Mayweather in a sparring session once. And at the end of the day, who cares?
I disagree with you, and you know you're my dog, but I disagree with you from many different levels. I disagree with you because I feel like the argument was originally, hey, I'm calling you Haney. People saying you got smoke with me and you're not my enemy. Haney said, I don't care nothing about being nobody enemy. Do you feel like I'm your enemy, right? I don't just go around saying people my enemy, right? It was between Floyd and Floyd saying that Haney had something to say negative about him. It was nothing about his son. A lot of people said that he was just mad his son lost, that basically now he's taking it out on Floyd. No, Floyd called him on that live feed and said he had a problem with him. Secondly, I do believe, I like Ryan Garcia. You know, I spent a lot of time with Ryan Garcia. I didn't say this before the fight, but it was a time when I was in Hawaii and Ryan Garcia was out there just dealing with some stuff. And I'm not at liberty to share his business, but we went for a ride and we took a ride and we went to Best Buy and he was a kid again because you got to recognize he's young. And sometimes when you get on those lights, you don't get a chance to be a kid. And it can be something that fucks with your mental health. Ooh, owe you $50. It messes with your mental health. All right, I'll cash out you. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? It was moments of that fight when Devin Haney didn't know if the guy was going to show up. He didn't know if he was ready. He didn't know if he was really training, and he didn't make weight. There was so many things that took him away, right, from a strategic. He was a professional. He was making weight. He seemed to be focused. He seemed to be training. And I think the thing about it was mentally, it's a warfare going on. He had to win that battle. Do I feel like he could have won the battle of the fight? Potentially, maybe yes, maybe no. Ryan Garcia is nice. I like Ryan Garcia. But at the end of the day, I feel like he was allowed, just like if a Nick Diaz is fighting somebody, just like if a Conor McGregor was fighting somebody, or Chael Sonnen, it's a mental warfare that goes on before the actual warfare, right? So in that episode, he lost the battle before the battle because he was uncertain on what to do. If it was me, I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do on the internet. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you make weight. I fought Kevin Fatslum and he didn't miss weight by 10 pounds. I'm not finna let that take me off of what I'm supposed to do. I feel like this was a point in time where he unfortunately took the bait on what was going on. It was some trolling. It was some real stuff that Ryan was saying, right?
Yeah.
It was some real mental issues he was dealing with, right? He can play like he was all a joke and he was playing it off. Some of that he staged, some of that was real. All in all, when you got to fight and you sign the fight, I think Devin Haney looking back is going to say, I'm going to be tunnel vision to the BS. I don't care what this dude do. I'm focused and I'm staying on the fight. It's two separate subjects.
Yeah.
It's Devin Haney and Floyd's situation, right? And he told him clearly, this is how you see me in the street. You can call it the street, right? Yeah. But it's really amongst people that matter. It's really amongst people that your pride and your word and your character in the street. It's all about your character. It's all about your loyalty. It's all about if you're trustworthy, if you're solid. Where it matters the most, your reputation is in the street. He said, I'm 1,000% in the street. What about you? When it comes down to being there for your kids physically, he said, my son always got me. And then Floyd tried to be funny and say, if your son ever need me, I got him. If your son ever need... And, you know, you can look on the social media after the arguments, after Tank came out and said some stuff, right? Now you see Floyd's page is kids training in the gym and him acting like he's trying to lift up the mid-coach. Like, I see what was going on, and I try to stay out of it, but the truth gonna come to light, whether it's you, me, or Floyd. It's gonna come to the light, and we'll see what it is. And I don't think people gonna even care. People so driven off clout and association and money and fame and women, and the root to all evil is greed. We want too much of everything, so they're not gonna stop riding for Floyd because the truth is exposed. Especially when the exposer has a fraction of the amount of followers. Like, I was at a fight the other day, and the dude was announcing the fighters. This guy is out of the red corner with his record of blah, 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 karate background. Blah, blah. This guy from blah, blah, 2 million followers on Instagram. What? 2 million followers on Instagram is now in your dang on bio? I'm done. Hey. I'm out of here. We serious? Like, that's where we living at right now. So, yes, the truth may come out. Many people may come out, rattle it out. Many people from his team or whatever the case may be. But, like, it's not going to stop. Especially where we at right now, it's not going to stop people from pushing to be like that dude.
I would like 2 million followers on Instagram.
I mean, I would like $2 million instead.
Tom Brady's under fire for charging $3,600 per ticket at a signing event, and people are saying he was too sloppy. They're upset, Tyron.
He signed it. You saw him sign it. I mean, that's what it is. You can't judge his signature.
Doesn't penmanship mean anything anymore?
I mean, I try to give people at least a T and a W where they know it, and I scribble the stuff after that. I try my best to give you a good signature so it looks close to the signatures I've done before. But I feel like if I physically see, and I got video of Tom Brady signing my football, the signature and it being authentic and it being valuable comes from him physically doing it himself. What it looks like is unimportant.
Okay, so let me give you the background first, and then I'm going to tell you why you're wrong.
All right. Let me know. I know you got that background on signatures and autograph and all the notes. Let's see it.
There was an event in Miami, $3,600 a ticket, and this thing said 3-hour yacht ride to view the skyline, a VIP party, and then a VIP lunch for attendees where you get a photo and signature opportunity with Tom Brady, right? So it's not just the signature, it's an experience, but at the end of the day, you're also getting an opportunity to get a signed item from Tom Brady. Well, people are saying that he signed so quickly that you really didn't get a clear, crisp signature. And in the collectible world, in the memorabilia world, the cleanliness of the autograph, of the signature, actually, it matters. It can either increase or decrease the value of the piece based on what the signature looks like. So if it's basically like a scribble and you can't make out Tom Brady, it's a bad signature, it can make the item less valuable. If it's a clear time, you can see the TOM, the B, you see all that, it makes the item more valuable. So when you're paying a premium price for an event, $3,600, you expect him to take the time to make sure every letter is legible, and collectors are saying that's not what happened here.
I think I may owe you another $50, but I don't know for sure because I kind of muffled it a little bit. The F are you paying $3,600, $1,500, $1,800 for that anyway? Like, think about it this way. I think every segment that we do today is going to show us how deeply engrossed we are into clout. You're mad, but your real motivation is clout. You want to say, I was around. You're willing to spend money to say, I was around. I saw. I had him signed. This person, now I'm affiliated and I'm associated, and that's what you paid for. Technically, Tom Brady was offered an opportunity without allegedly. There you go. See, you helping me out. Allegedly, he was offered an opportunity to come in and sign on this experience, right? He probably did not set this up himself, set up the boat ride, set up what all he was going to do. He probably got offered this opportunity for a big bag, came in and said, okay, I'll do it. It's worth my time. I'll do it. But at the end of the day, he did sign it. And I feel like if they did get the chance to be near him and they did get a photograph of him being there and actually signing it, I feel like the people in the autograph world should really give a pass. And it should hold the same amount of weight it did if he took his time and took 30 seconds per letter and did Tom Brady. I feel like that's where we at. But at the end of the day,
get straight to the point. To the people complaining, your message is what?
Sit y'all little butt down somewhere. Like, I'm tired of people paying for something and complaining that it's not the way that they want it. I bought a pay-per-view. I don't want you to knock them out that fast. Oh, I bought a pay-per-view and you fought the whole 5 rounds and you did knock them out. What you want? You paying to be entertained. You paying to be amused. You paying to get a signature. Now, if you wanted to say specifically a certain way, pay a couple more bucks and specify. I want to have you sign your autograph identically like this. Take your time with the strokes, pause, and literally put this way, and then I will pay you an extra amount. Other than that, like, come on now. We chasing clout anyway. You know what I mean? You got your little piece of clout. You got your little signature of clout. You got your little picture. You got your little boat ride. And what did you want? You want him to give you a massage and, you know what I mean?
There's a lot of people who would pay more than $3,600 for a massage from Tom Brady. I'm just saying.
Well, pay it then. Tom Brady, slang that clout, dog. Slang it. I'm slanging it. You want me to sign? I'll sign Tyron. Put my middle name in there, which is, I'm not telling you because it's kind of terrible. Woodley, senior. I'll put the year I graduated high school, college. I'll do whatever you want me to do. Pay the extra.
Tyron, you're going to go into a street fight in an alley. Who's the one person in the whole world that you want to be with you for that street fight? Have you thought about this?
Yoel Romero or Mike Perry. Because they creepy. People scared of them.
So here's the deal. So Shaquille O'Neal was on his podcast and he was asked about, if you've ever been scared of anyone. And he said, there's 3 issues in my life. He says, there are a couple times in my life where someone's touched me and the hair on my neck stands up. 1, it was Mike Tyson. 2, it was John Jones. Right, which kicked off the debate. Who really is the baddest man on the planet? Is it Mike Tyson? Is it John Jones? Is it somebody else? And so my question to you, as a guy who's been in combat sports for a long time, who, in your opinion, right now is the baddest living man on the planet?
If you're asking me if I'm going in a street fight, if I'm going into an organized fight, the best fighter I feel like in the history of MMA is John Jones. I feel like the most well-rounded fighter ever is Demetrius Johnson, all right? When you look at my category of the best guys, it's not one guy, right? I feel like John is the best fighter, right? I feel like he's beat the most legends. He got so many skeletons in his closet, literally and physically, of champions, right? Champion fighters in their prime. I feel like Demetrius Johnson, there's not been one fighter that's more well-rounded than Demetrius Johnson. I feel like Anderson Silva was our Muhammad Ali, right? And I feel like George St. Pierre was a guy that was like the all-American, you know what I mean, super respect, super martial artist.
Even though he's Canadian.
Even though he's Canadian, but he, even though a couple other things, but at the end of the day, I feel like those are the 4 guys I'm thinking about. So at the end of the day, if it's organized fight, I would say John Jones. But if it's between John and Mike Tyson in the alley, I'm taking Mike Tyson because sometimes you at distances where martial arts not in play. You got to be willing to go crazy and get buck wild. And I'm going with Mike Tyson. Even though we remember that time way back when John Jones, you know what I mean, jumped into a spider senses and chased down the guy that stole a purse. You know what I mean? I wasn't there. I didn't vouch for it. But, he's definitely dangerous. He got so many tools to be dangerous with. He's never really shown hesitation in fights, even when he was lumped up. So nobody's going to ever convince me that John Jones is not the best fighter. Like, he's pound for pound 1 right now.
Have you ever had the conversation of the Mount Rushmore of combat sports athletes?
Yeah.
So the top 4 in all of combat sports of all time. Who's going on your mountain?
The top 4 of all time, I gotta put John Jones. I gotta put Demetrius Johnson. I put Anderson Silva. I put George St. Pierre.
No, it's only 4. Only 4. It's Mount Rushmore.
All combat sports. I'm going to put Muhammad Ali. I'm going Mike Tyson. I'm going Sugar Ray Leonard, Roy Jones Jr.
That's a good list.
Yeah, I'm not going any MMA, to be honest.
So what about Joe Louis?
I like Joe Louis. But like people that of my age group that moved me, I was too young to really have been able to benefit from the impact of a Joe Louis. I do like Joe Louis. I like Joe Louis, Joe Johnson. You know what I mean? It's a lot of guys that I think that did great, but I feel like Sugar Ray Leonard was equal speed and equal power. He was super fast. He's been in those trilogies, those wars, the Durans, the Haglers. I feel like Roy Jones Jr. is kind of built similar to me, long arms, and he always found a way to look like he was out of range and pop you. I mean, he had a whole era of fighting that was only him. It was just Roy Jones Jr.
Let me throw another name at you. Julio Cesar Chavez.
I like Julio Cesar Chavez. I like Ricky Hatton.
You like Ricky Hatton as a possible Mount Rushmore contender?
No, I'm just saying I like these guys, but I'm gonna stay with my top four. I know the MMA community not gonna like it. If I had to pick the fourth person on my Rushmore compared to an MMA fighter, boxing's been around a lot longer than MMA. You know what I mean? I never thought I would do MMA. My coach in high school, my wrestling coach, Mike Rogers, he was an MMA fighter when there was no gloves. I said, you crazy, man. I ain't never doing that mess, right? I never thought I would even do this sport. So I was always a boxing fan. So that's just my preference, and everybody else's Mount Rushmore is going to be different.
Well, two more questions. Do you put Royce Gracie on there? Do you put Ronda Rousey on there?
I think the best female fighter ever is Amanda Nunes. The person that put us on the map the most in MMA, it's going to surprise you, is Ronda Rousey. Over Conor, over Jon Jones, over a lot of people. I think Ronda Rousey put us on the map in a way that we got picked up by WME, that we got the big Fox deals, that we really showed people that we were around for a long time. And this is a real sport that y'all need to compare to the NBAs, MLS, NFL, and all the other professional leagues. I feel like Ronda Rousey made the 70-year-old woman at the airport discuss MMA, and I know she would have never had MMA in her name had it not been. So definitely Ronda Rousey. But no, I'm not putting them on my Mount Rushmore. They're just mine.
All right, Tyron, we got a new segment. It's called Quick Hitter. You ready?
Let's go.
I just want your top of the brain. Don't overthink it. Kayla Harrison had a dominant victory at UFC 300. Everyone's talking about they want to see her fight Amanda Nunes, who recently retired but is still an animal. She's a beast. Greatest of all time. That happens. Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. What's your gut, your quick hitter? Who wins that fight?
Amanda Nunes.
Why?
They train in the gym together, and they both fight for American Top Team. I'm in American Top Team. I got insight on what's going on there. It's like me fighting George St. Pierre. He unfortunately retired right as I was coming up, so the timing didn't match up. But I feel like her at her prime, Nunes at her prime, nobody's beating Nunes at her prime.
Is there a bigger fight in the women's division than that fight?
There's no bigger fight than that.
I want to see that fight.
I feel like a Ronda Rousey versus Kayla Harrison is good because they both got judo backgrounds. I feel like that's a bigger clash to see if it neutralizes and see who's better at judo, who's better at the ground.
Do you think Ronda Rousey ever fights again, though?
I don't know. I think Kayla Harrison would be a good fight. That's a tough fight to come back on. I think she's earned the right to come back and fight a fight to just get acclimated to be back into the sport, and then maybe a fight or so after that, then look at a Kayla.
All right, so another quick hitter. Do you think we've seen the end of Ronda Rousey?
I don't think we've seen the end of Ronda Rousey. I think that, you know what I mean, life took over. She had kids. She was a wife, and I feel like she was in the spotlight for so long she needed to take a break. So I feel like we will see her fight again. WWE is not easy, so she still got to be in shape and training. And she can't forget, you know what I mean, some of the devastating submission attempts she had and throws. Those are just ingrained into her body. So I think if the price is right and a fight motivates her, I think we'll see her.
She's a competitor at heart. I don't think that's left her body yet.
Let's go big. Let's go big. Let's go big. Let's go big. I got, hop in a car with no roof.